Coach, just first off, just your overall assessment on the match tonight.
Yeah, I think it was kind of as expected, to be honest. Expected Easton to come here and work really, really hard. I think they worked hard from the first minute till the last. I think once we were able to get through some early pressure, some early pressing in the first half, we were able to find our groove and find our rhythm, able to control the game for the most part, create some good chances, and I think that continued into the second half. Got a little bit open in the second, a little bit too open in the second half than I would have hoped. But yeah, I mean, I felt like we created the chances to win the game, and we didn't find the back of the net, and it's unfortunately been kind of the par for the course for us this season.
What did EMU do specifically to try their defense? What did they do to try?
Yeah, I just think the level of effort and desire and work rate, like in the press, I mean, they changed it a little bit in the second half. So we obviously made some adaptations ourselves to break it, but I think it was all more just about like their overall heart and desire. I felt like they had a lot of spirit. They worked really hard, and I think you need that. You need a little bit of everything. That's what we talk to the players about a lot. Like you need to find that great balance between composure, discipline, desire, heart, mentality.
Coach, this is your guys' fifth shutout of the year, and that comes with wins and draws. Just talk about overall the defensive effort that you guys bring each and every match, because it seems like that's just been one of the big benefactors of your guys' season so far.
I appreciate you finding it positive. Yeah, I mean, we'll take the shutout. I think obviously it's kind of a testament to, like I've said this in the past, like us keeping the ball, number one. I think if you have the ball, it's hard to be scored on. And then obviously defensively as well, we've got some big players across the back line that are resolute, good in individual situations and good collectively, which obviously really helps.
You guys got Akron next up on the schedule. Right now 4, 5, 6 and the MAC is kind of all congested. Just how important is getting 3 points and Akron try to get one of those last playoff spots. Also try to
yeah, I mean, it's one of those situations where it's a must-win, right? Like you would have hoped, getting a result this game, maybe even the last game too. I mean, it's I don't know if you saw in that game, it was 2 shots on goal and 2 goals, and it's and in this game, it's like we're doing it the hard way. That's for sure. I would have liked to have picked up 3 points tonight, as I'm sure Taylor would as well. I think that would have kind of relieved the pressure a little bit. But yeah, I didn't see Akron score. I don't know where they're at, if they're out of the hunt or in the hunt themselves. But yeah, we need to go there. We need to perform and hopefully find some form here going into the playoffs.
Obviously, you guys couldn't find the score sheet tonight, but I thought Emma Stransky played pretty well. She found a couple of good chances, and she's always in the mix, always throwing her body on the line. What did you kind of just make of her performance too?
Yeah, I mean, I think she had her best game of the season against Central. I thought she was fantastic on Friday last week, and I think her energy was high. I think she certainly created some things today, and I'm sure she'll be kicking herself as well with the first half opportunity with obviously a great save from the goalkeeper. But yeah, I'm sure she would have loved to be on the score sheet herself.
Emmy, Michelle, Lexi, pretty much all the guys did the job. Forward. What have you seen from them just today?
Yeah, the midfield, it's I think they've done a really good job. I think that's one of the things of the last couple of games. I felt like we've done a much better job of maintaining possession in the opposition half. I think they've done a good job of finding different passes, different solutions for us to not only keep the ball but create some chances as well. So really happy with their performances.
So Taylor, I don't want to put words in your mouth. I'm guessing kind of a double-edged sword. I mean, you guys controlled possession, you got the clean sheet, but obviously you want to win, came away with a draw.
Yeah, it was definitely a bit of a tough one tonight. I thought we played really well. We came out very well, got a lot of shots on goal in the first half, which we've been knocking on the door all season, but script isn't written yet. We're still there, we're still in it, so we'll just keep breaking away at these last 2 games.
Last home game, I played for Isabel Gilmore. What have you kind of learned from her?
Yeah, I've learned a lot from Isabel. Throughout the past 2 years, I've completely looked up to her. Kind of just everything, her comfortability on the ball, the way she talks to the team, the way she leads. It's kind of just the role I want to fall into. I want to be able to fill her shoes when she's gone. She's been a great leader these past 2 years.
You've been part of the back line that's had 5 shutouts this season. Kind of how much pride do you take in contributing to the back line and all the clean sheets they've had this year?
I feel like as defenders, we don't usually get a lot of like credit in the hard fought games sometimes, so I feel like the shutouts mean a lot to us. Like that's a big accolade towards us. Like sometimes you'll give up a goal but you still have a good win, and I feel like the shutouts just really prove like how solid of a back line we have. So it's great to see those.
You have 2 matches to go, obviously both on the road, but without knowing the results from around the MAC tonight, I mean, there's a chance you could have another game here at Cochran. Is that kind of one of your motivating factors, or I guess what did you guys talk about immediately after the game tonight?
We kind of just talked like, we're still in everything. We're not thinking 2 games ahead, not thinking into the next few weeks. Like we just got to take game by game. Like we're doing well, and we just got to keep putting the pieces together, and the results will fall, and what'll happen will happen for us. So just got to keep pushing.